Okay, it is June the 16th, 2024, and a lot of people have been writing to me and asking me how the lawsuit is going. I have no idea. We have contacted the clerk's office at least 5 times to find out the status of my civil lawsuit, and I'm getting no response back. We call a young lady by the name of Skinner, Denise Skinner, who is, I guess, the representative or the agent for my civil lawsuit, and I get no response back. But it's all cool though, because it only shows the corruptness of this situation, because we sued 2 judges and the prosecutors and a commissioner in violating the supreme law and my civil rights and constitutional rights. And I guarantee you they're going to cover each other's ass in this proceeding, because we're going to seek disbarment. We're going to the Bar Association. We're filing a complaint with the Judicial Ethics Committee. We're taking it to Capitol Hill. Matter of fact, we already took it to Capitol Hill, and we're just waiting. And if the first judge thought he got away with something, we're submitting all of it together. But to you people who keep asking me about the civil lawsuit, I have no idea what's going on. The last thing we received is this right here from one of the plaintiffs. One of the defendants in this case, trying to get it dismissed on some old bullshit. But, we already know how this is going to turn out, because these individuals denied me my right to a jury trial, and they hung themselves. This is a norm now in our judicial system that is going on across America. I don't know if any of you all have been following the rapper that's in Atlanta that's being charged with some kind of murder. Go check that out. I don't know his name. I've been following bits and pieces of how the judge has been having ex parte meetings with the prosecutors and witnesses, but won't bring the defendant in so that he can hear it too, which is totally illegal. The last platform I saw was the other day when the judge incarcerated the defense lawyer because he wouldn't give up the information. Who told him that they were having an ex parte meeting in his chambers and didn't invite the defendants in, the defendant counsel. This is the corruption. These are domestic terrorists we have running our judicial system, y'all. And it's time we clean this up. And I'm glad these people are putting this across social media to show how corrupt our judicial system is. Again, right now, Miss Skinner was cool with me. I've called her 5 times and left messages trying to find out what's the status of my case, my civil lawsuit. I haven't got a response back, but it only shows what's going on. And believe me, she was talking to me. We was having a cordial conversation. When I talked, she would give me what I asked for. Then all of a sudden, I have to call her 3, 4, 5 times, and I get no response back. And that's her upper management telling her not to respond back to me. If so be it. But this is why I tell you, this immunity must go. Because if there was no immunity, I would hold Miss Skinner personally responsible for not responding back to me. But I know that she has supervisors, and she want to keep her job. And whatever they say, she's going to do, because she doesn't owe me anything. I don't owe her nothing. That's just how it is. But if this immunity was gone, Mrs. Skinner would be held responsible for her job, because she should know what the rules and regulations are. She is the conduit between me and the court of giving me information to what is going on with my case. Okay, I have not received anything since, as you see this date right here, where is that? 4/3/24, and that was from one of the defendants trying to get the case dismissed on some more bullshit. I received my stick back from the judge that showed the body cam footage of them conspiring to get a disorderly conduct on a sidewalk. She sent it back to me. I'm pretty sure she saw it, and when she saw what was on it, she sent it back. Okay, it's still in the envelope. It's all there. It's still in the little case that I sent it to her, because we're going to send it all up on Capitol Hill to the Judicial Ethics Committee if justice is not performed the right way. Like I say, somebody said that that's an order. I never received anything from the defendant saying they wanted this kicked back to me. And I sent them the same thing I sent to the judge. And, you know, again, ex parte meetings with one side is illegal. Whatever the defense do or say to the judge, I have to receive a copy of it. And I applaud each and one of y'all to go look at this rapper who's on trial, involved in some kind of murder in Atlanta, and how this prosecutor, unprofessional prosecutors, and this judge, and clearly there's some cahooting going on between the judge and the prosecutor, and he just held the defense lawyer in contempt of court because the defense lawyer, who I applaud 100%, I talk about a lot of lawyers, but this guy, I applaud him. He refused to tell the judge who gave him that information that they had an ex parte meeting, and did not invite him to his chambers, the defense team to the chambers, to hear the ex parte communication. I applaud this lawyer. And then another lawyer came in, and I think they said something about she represented Donald Trump, or she's some kind of big wig in Atlanta, a female, and the judge didn't even know, was he holding him in contempt of court or direct or civil contempt, and told him that he's already had his due process, which anybody knows, if you're charged with a crime, you are entitled to the supreme law of due process. And the judge said he's already held that because he refused to tell him who told him that this meeting took place in his chamber. Corruption. Okay? People are getting tired of this. And I applaud this lawyer. Go see it for yourself. I don't know the rapper's name offhand because I'm not really, but somebody sent it to me, and I looked at it, and I'm going to look at it again Monday because they have a witness who doesn't want to be there testifying, and they're making him testify in a court proceeding, a criminal court. Hey, that's something, ain't it? What happened to freedom as a free human being to walk this earth as you please without being harassed by the government? This is not China. This is not Russia. If he chooses not to testify, that's his right. But they threw him in jail because he wouldn't testify. Go figure that, y'all. Against this rapper. But I'm just giving y'all an update on what is happening, because a lot of people are asking me. You can go, here's the case. You can go check for yourself. I got other things I'm doing. To be honest with you, I don't see no different than with the first call. This is to take it up on Capitol Hill to the Judicial Ethics Committee, that we have a serious problem with our judicial system in America. She has become a whore, a prostitute, and she sells herself to the highest bidder. And she's in cahoots with the prosecuting teams in our courthouses. Okay? I don't know this judge. Again, this judge that is overseeing this case, where is it at? I don't know the judge's name. That's the lawyer there. But that's her initials right there. The judge's initial right there, LKG. Don't know her. I'm not trying to be friends with any of these people. But I do know that this Denise Skinner is the person over my case. They say give the last numbers, which is 5, and she oversees this civil lawsuit. And if I had any problems, I would call her, and I've called her 5 times and I haven't got one response back finding the status of my case. We called her this weekend. Let's see if we hear from her next weekend. But right now I'm involved in doing another investigation on this what's her name, also Bright and Hogan running for a Senate seat in Prince George's County, where they sit or had government offices, and showing that they have not done nothing for their county. Why are we going to elect them into the Senate to continue doing nothing for the nation? It is time we put new blood in our government who works for the American citizen and stop working for their own agenda and the rich. So y'all stay tuned. That's what we're working on now. I'm not going anywhere. I mean, believe me, I'm around. We're still recording law enforcement and corruption. But our main concern is putting corrupt individuals. We're trying to clean house. And let me tell y'all something in Maryland. These 2 individuals who are running for the Senate for your state, Hogan and also Bright, I would not vote for them if they were the only people running. I wouldn't even vote. They're corrupt. This also Bright is the same lady who was a prosecutor, the state attorney for Prince George's County, who let one of her attorneys come into Montgomery County and lie, saying that she was a Montgomery County official who orchestrated a fictitious charge of me putting contract hits on a Governor Martin O'Malley and 18 judges in the Circuit Court of Montgomery County. They orchestrated it, went into the jail and got my fingerprints and claimed it was on one letter that I sent to them that I was putting hits on all these people. This is how corrupt this woman is. And she sent one of her assistant state attorneys, and I'm gonna show all of it. I'm gonna bring it up. I'm gonna show you the documentation. I'm gonna show you that in Annapolis, the chief appeals judge, who was married to a judge in circuit court, and who now is her name is Barbara, who is now a judge in the circuit court, denied this corrupted coercion of sending a government official from one county to another and stating that they were all from one county. Nobody elected these. The judge came from Prince George's County, and the state attorney under Miss Also Bright came from Prince George's County and lied on the bench in the courtroom and said they were all Montgomery County government officials. Corruption at its best. But stay tuned. American citizens are getting tired of this. And if you don't believe me, go check social media out. They're putting these corrupt judges online, these corrupt prosecutors. I'm telling you, this lawsuit here, this fuck clown told me I was not entitled to a jury trial. That my supreme right as a free citizen in this country doesn't exist. And they're getting away with it left and right to people. I'm telling you, if it's one day you have a right to have your peers hear this case. And the same reason And the same way they would have dismissed this if they saw the body cam footage like you all saw it, they would have threw this whole case out. If I was disorderly, why you didn't lock me up when you first came there? Only when I called this Russian bitch from Tacoma Park a bitch, he jumped out his car and arrested me. The other officer was taking the manager down to get a protective order. They were all getting ready to leave. Why you didn't arrest me when they first came up here? You say I threaten people. Threatening is a criminal act. Why you ain't lock me up for that? But when the judge in this federal court saw all this, and I'm surmising this, I don't know her, she sent the stuff back to me. I have not received anything from the defendants saying that they wanted it sent back to me. When I filed my case, the clerk said, put everything in there to help your case out so that the judges and them can see it, the lawyers, so you can go forward. So I sent what you all saw on my platform, the body cam footage of these two officers conspiring with Enterprise employees to try to get me locked up for a disorderly. And you saw one of the professor who works for Montgomery County College, who's supposed to be teaching constitutional law, was taking the manager down to get a protective order. And only when I called that Russian a bitch, he jumped out his car. Then they say the black gentleman at the bus stop, I was disturbing his peace, but they never spoke to him. They never talked to him. Well, believe me, he's going to be a witness if this case goes forward, that he was there watching my back. You see no statement by anybody other than these conspirators for Enterprise. And at the end of the day, the whole case was thrown out. After the judge gave me a ridiculous sentence of 60 days, he suspended that and then gave me 2 years supervised probation, like probation is not incarceration. I don't do probation. I'll go sit up in the county jail or the prison before I have somebody on the outside tell me I got to report to them every day. Bullshit. But stay tuned, more to come. I'm not going nowhere, so we got a couple things we're working on. I'm just not out there like I was. But when I run up on something, I'll film it. And I think it's funny, just like with Tacoma Park and the wreck that went down the other day in Tacoma Park. You know, Prince George's County. If y'all have a problem with me, like I told y'all before, Prince George's County officers, go back to the female officer who came and solicited a trespass against me. This is why you all are in the loop, are being recorded now. Okay? She should have minded her business and stayed out of my business. You know? If you inject yourself into my business, I bring it to you. And this is why you all are being recorded now. The young lady, if you don't know who I'm talking about, go back. She stood in the middle of Sheridan Street in a cruiser arguing with me, blocking traffic. She's the one that came down and trespassed me and the guy that was doing mechanic work on the property. When I wasn't doing no mechanic work, but the guy was doing mechanic work. She went and solicited a trespass because she's in cahoots with the corporations that are getting ready to reconstruct this whole thing in the neighborhood, which we've been filming her going to the lady's house. So stay tuned. More to come. If she thought I forgot about her, I haven't. But this is why we're on Prince George's County now. Stay tuned. More to come. You're going to love it.